Ralph Rangnick's Erling Haaland transfer promise depends on the Glazers' decisions. Ralph Rangnick will only be able to deliver his Erling Haaland transfer promise to Manchester United if they give him the full-time job. The Red Devils had been strenuously linked with the Borussia Dortmund star, who looks destined to leave next summer. A reported release clause in his contract is said to come into play, meaning he could leave for £68 million. That is said to spark a feeding frenzy for the Norway international signature, with Real Madrid, Barcelona and Manchester City all heavily linked with the striker. After sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that appeared to rule United out of the race, with the former Red Devils coach a close friend of the Haaland family. But the Glazers likely hired the only man in the world who might be able to just convince Haaland to snub the rest and move to Old Trafford instead. Rangnick was the man who discovered the goal machine while in the RB Salzburg boardroom and helped facilitate his subsequent transfer to Borussia Dortmund to aid his development. There were even reports in Germany that United will give their interim manager £8.5 million, €10 million, if he could get Haaland to move to United. So the former Red Bull chief has had his say on those rumors. However, any further transfer tools would largely depend on what the Glazers do next when it comes to appointing a manager. Rangnick has thrown his hat into the ring to be considered for the full-time positions, and much will depend on how United do until the end of the seasons. The German also has a close bond with Haaland's father, Alfie while both player and managers ties to the Bundesliga could see a move materialize. While Rangnick is said to take in a consultancy role at Old Trafford, regardless of what happens, having the right coach in the dugout will ultimately impact the youngster decisions. With several managers being linked already, including Mauricio Pochettino, Erik ten Hag and Brendan Rodgers, this could be one of the most important decisions the controversial owners will make since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. City remain the favourites to snap up Haaland, who has been in tremendous form this campaigns. But if Pep Guardiola gets his hand on the 21-year-old, that could spell certainty for the rest of the Premier League, who are desperate to topple their reigns. The Leeds born at has not stopped his goal-scoring antics, netting 11 in its Bundesliga games and 3 in the Champions League in 3 matches. United were desperate to sign the forward prior to his transfer to Dortmund, only for him to snap their interest and move to the Bundesliga.